So much for finishing up today. Still haven't made any progress just yet because I got a call this morning. My friend over here, Justin Harper, asked me if there was any possibility that we could be able to do a little tune-up for him. Yeah, just a couple of logs and tidy up his fuel table, because Justin recently swapped out his K28-2 for a K28-3 sub-assembly. Okay, so this is one of two Mark III MR2 K swaps that I have done. Like I said, it's a K24 A3 sub-assembly with a EP3 type R cylinder head. He's got drag hotel 3.2 cams and Supertech valve train, RDX injectors, Skunk 2 Pro Series intake which he cut open and ported himself, 72mm throttle body, EP3 transmission with M-Factory LSD, custom made shafts, custom made header done by Justin and his father, as well as the exhaust, 76mm. Yeah, so nothing fancy like cosmetic wise. It's literally just swap the motor in, mount shafts, so no wire tag, nothing, obviously because this bay is super small. So yep, interior is complete, so nothing stripped out. It's a full street car. Still has some entertainment. Climate control still works, power steering, which is electronic power steering, still active. Custom oil pressure and water temperature gauges, as well as his wideband, and OEM Toyota shifter with a there's like a little bracket that will basically this shifter is facing towards the rear of the car. So if you were to connect this to your K series transmission, your first gear would have obviously been 6th gear like now. So what he has is like this mechanism that switches the orientation, so that will allow him to shift as if the shifter were to be shifting facing forward, so everything works correctly. And yeah, exterior wise is it's the standard front with a aftermarket front spoiler, I think from the Nissan Micra. I'll show you guys. So Justin is driving on a base map at the moment, so we are going to do a couple of street pulls, part throttle and some wide open throttle logs, and then we'll do some adjusting on his fuel table and his ignition.
I didn't realize it was a backward facing camera that time.
So yeah, I'll show you guys some in-car footage.
Now so that
Justin is pulling his map. So yeah, this is the only downfall from having K-Pro 2. It's just a little time consuming.
takes a little bit longer, yeah.
Other than that, this does the same job. So if you guys out there are interested in getting yourselves on the K-Pro, you don't necessarily have to buy the latest version, which is obviously the most expensive. So there are cheaper alternatives. There's K100, which is like a like a piggyback basically that will hold the flash. And then you have K-Pro 2, K-Pro 3, and then obviously the latest version, which is K-Pro 4. So yeah, they work. Okay, so like I said now, we're gonna calibrate. Are we live?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, we are live. Minimum foot off now?
Yeah, so.
Okay, wide open. 99.7. Okay. Upload.
Yeah.
This is the only downfall with having an older version of K-Pro. Like K-Pro 2, K-Pro 3 is a bit faster than this. K-Pro 4 is like 4 seconds uploading time. So, and the other benefit of having K-Pro 4 is you can do live tuning as well. This you can't do any live tuning. No?
No, yeah.
Okay, so we have recalibrated the TPS and now we are live. For the wideband to heat up, you still need to sync wideband with laptop. Okay, now we are spot on.
You look lovely today. So beautiful. Where you going? Okay. Coming now.
Well, this is block here. What's this block here? Oh,
It's touchscreen as
oh,
well.
it's
So
touchscreen.
I just
They ruined my
dirty, yeah.
display here.
So you must just watch out. If you're gonna press on the screen with your finger, you're gonna do some stuff now.
I still need to change my my sensors, the measurements, and I haven't added anything else in there.
You got 3 RP. Oh yeah, okay, fine. I see.
So I think this weekend stuff. So
I think I'm just go that way. So much better now after we calibrated the TPS though. Like it was hanging and stuff. Are you logging it?
yeah. Oh, login. So what do you wanna do now? Sorry for the bumpy ride.
So okay, I'm gonna go down
Right above.
yeah, that in that direction. And you let me know though, so I can just go for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put down now 1 gear.
Yeah. So okay, we're gonna do wide open throttle quickly. Car throttle seems to be all good.
Okay-ish, because there's still a little bit like when we partially like when I'm accelerating, there's like tens and stuff showing in there. So that's a bit rich. So like we can see we'll be able to pick it up now. ready?
Yeah.
That's a bit rich. It actually started pulling back.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah. And we got the very good, yeah.
Yeah, I also got one. There's mine to go.
Okay, so we just stopped for a bite to eat. We cleaned up his fuel table. Car pulls a lot stronger now. So Justin, as I mentioned earlier, Justin did he installed cams and valve train and a bigger intake as well as a bigger throttle body. So I just wanted to get like his like, let's say, a review on what he thinks about making those changes, if it was worthwhile or not. So Justin, what do you think of cams and valve train in the K24 now?
So basically, something that I can feel definitely a big improvement with the setup that I've got now at the moment is the lowdown, like the torque there's much more of it now at the moment.
Yeah.
The car revs up much faster, so obviously we installed the rev kit and the cams as well. The revs up much quicker as well, and it's a bit more grunty. What, like last said, we just did fueling now basically.
Yeah.
The car's already feeling much stronger, but there's still much more to go. So you need to do some timing and mess with the VTC as well.
Yeah.
So like now at the moment, I'm very happy. Actually, I'm impressed at what it's already doing. It's worth it. You know what I mean? And you know, I've been on the fence of these things. I was like,
Yeah.
cams, no man, it's gonna take away from the reliability and all of that stuff. But when it's done right, I don't know. It's like a normal car. Yeah, we can still drive this thing around, and it's lekker. We're gonna see. I don't know.
So
Much more.
Yep. So we still need to put this car on the rollers to see exactly how much of a gain it made going from the K20 being a K28 completely stock to being a Frankenstein now, K24 sub-assembly with Civic Type R cylinder head. And obviously now we have now the aftermarket cams, valve train and bigger throttle body and intake. So yeah, I'll as soon as we have time to take the car to the dyno, I'll show you guys how much of a gain we made, because we did previously do a couple of power runs at this particular dyno with a stock cylinder head. So yeah, we're probably gonna do another couple of pulls just to make sure his air fuel ratio is on target, and then maybe we'll do a little clip of him pulling it through the gears now. Look how nice is this K24 swapped car with cup holders. As you can see, car drives like a factory car. You would never say this car is K-swapped. so we made it back now. His fuel table is cleaned up. Car drives much more smoother. There's a lot more, like you mentioned earlier, there's a lot more grunt in the car as well. So it's literally only some dyno time now for the car. We can obviously figure out the VTC table and configure the cam angles to work with this particular cam, and then then we'll be able to know exactly how much of a gain we made from stock type R head to a type R head now with cams, valve train, intake, throttle body. So far Justin is very happy with the outcome.
Thank you, Lau. Much appreciated.
Oh yeah, drive safe, bro.
I will do, bro. We're not done yet though, no?
Yeah, dyno time now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I completed Justin's road tune. I basically just cleaned up his fuel table just so that it's safe for him to at least drive bar throttle as well as wide open throttle, so at least we know the engine is on the safe side with regards to fueling. We still have to dyno tune the car so we can actually squeeze out as much power as we can with the engine, obviously still keeping it reliable and safe, because his car is obviously a road car. It's a street car. He drives the car to work and back and so on, as well as to the track. Sometimes he does track days with the car as well, so that's basically like a full-on all-around car. So yeah, I'll probably get some footage of the dyno tuning as well, show you guys what it is I'm doing on the car and so on. But with that being said, I am now actually making my way to another friend of mine. He offered to borrow his trailer to me so I can actually go collect the CRX. So the CRX, I collected it yesterday from the exhaust shop and I dropped it off at my girlfriend's place. So it was standing there overnight, only because I didn't feel safe driving the car at night. And on top of that, there's no bonnet on the car, there's no bump on the car, there's no number plates and stuff, so I didn't want to take any unnecessary risks and stuff like that. So it's obviously much safer to just hook the car up on a trailer and then transport the car back home again, so I can at least finally like drive the car when the car is actually safe to do so. So with number plates on, bumper, bonnet and all those things. So I'll at least do a short clip of me starting it up and then maybe just driving it around in the area just to show you guys the car is actually moving on its own power. Okay, so we collected the CRX by Leanne's place. That's Leanne over there. Say hi to
Hi
Leanne.
YouTube.
And that's Amelia. She's taking a nap at the moment. You've probably seen Amelia before in my previous videos, my daughter. So yeah, the CRX is on the trailer. At least it's definitely much safer to transport the car on the trailer than to actually have to drive the car like it is now.